Ladies and gentlemen, we have another episode of TTW Year in Recap. I am 370 Gaming, your lovely host for the evening or day. I guess you could be watching this at any time. That's fine. Sorry for not having content. We are going to be taking care of that shortly, as you'll see in the little clip before this airs. But yeah, we're gonna be taking care of the no 370 content pretty soon. Also, with this video, obviously, TTW Year 7. We are 7 years into this goddamn game. I was binging this the past maybe like 2 weeks. Like I just got a wild hair on my ass to just go in on it, and I really wanted to get it done. You know, I know it was kind of at the sacrifice of the TNA series and things like that, but I really wanted to get this done, and then you know, inspiration struck for the next gimmick that you're gonna see on the channel. So we're just gonna see where this crazy ride takes us. All right, so let's without any further ado, let's get into it. The last we were here, it was March 2023. It might have been April by the time the last video was up, the last TTW recap, and the last show that was covered was B Show 17, which had the Briscoes debut, or not debut, but they showed up and they got the World Tag Belts, and quite a bit has changed since then. We're going to go over the statistics and the pop and everything. We're not national yet. We're so goddamn close. We're so close, which is part of the gimmick, the next gimmick you're going to see on the channel. But that's fine. You'll learn about that later. A lot of tease, a lot of mystery teasing. But yeah, we're so close to finally growing and becoming that next step of the company. Yeah, we're going to go into that all in a little bit, but first we got to cover the main shows in the past year, the past 12 months, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess let's start with, let's see what we have on the TV, because, you know, by TTW 78 to like where we're at now, you know, God only knows what I remember by this point. So we have, let's see, Tyson. I believe Tyson was a new hire. Was he hired already by that point? Tyson must have been, yeah, he must have been a recent hire by that point. So Tyson defeats Dijak, Briscoe defeats Evil, and Jay defeats Tama. And I had just hired Evil and Tama by that time, and I wanted to get them on the card. And I just figured them and the Briscoes would have a good match. And they had an okay show, you know, not too bad. Not too bad there. We got Razor. Razor was a new hire at that point. Yeah, pretty standard fare. Standard stuff. Sammy Guevara was hired. So yeah, at TTWB Show 18, which was April 2023, we have Razor defeating Sammy Guevara. Axel Tischer, a.k.a. Oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Sanity. Dude Insanity. Oh my god. I can't remember his fucking name. What the fuck is his name? It's Eric Young and Nikki Cross and Killian Dane. Oh my god, I deadass can't remember his name. Post his name in the chat. I'll probably remember it in like 30, in like, you know, give me a few minutes and I'll remember his shoot name. I could look it up, but let's just say Axel for the moment. I can't remember his goddamn Sanity name. Oh my god. Axel defeats Matt Marquis to retain the U.S. belt. Evil defeats new hire Sanjay Dutt. And Cage defeats Riddle to retain the world belt. He's on, I don't know if he's in the double digits yet of retaining the belt, but he's held the belt for quite a while at this point. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. 77B, that was a pretty good show. God, that's going to drive me crazy. That's going to drive me absolutely crazy. I could go look it up, but I'm not going to. Fuck it. TTW 79. We've got Rocky Romero defeating Roderick Strong, Evil defeating Ray, Ciampa defeating Tama, Axel defeating Dalton to retain the U.S. belt. That's a pretty big step up there, beating Dalton, because Dalton is on that like next level of shit. He's not you know, upper mid card fodder. He's like main event boy. So Axel getting that win, that's a pretty big deal. Still the U.S. champ. And let's see, anything else fun happen? Hired back the Swamp Monster. I don't know why. Ciampa defeats Razor. This is B Show 19, May 2023. 2023. Briscoes defeat Gresham and Shawn Spears to retain the belts. Dalton Castle defeats Evil, and everything is Peacock. Dalton celebrates, and he has a showdown with Cage. Oh, man. So I guess we're setting up for Dalton Castle, Brian Cage. 76 B-. That was a really good show. Big Damo, I hire Killian Dane. Oh shit, Ashley Flair. Okay, so this was the start of a slow burn for the women's division. We start to introduce some women into the gimmick. Yeah, I just felt like there was a lot of untapped potential there with the women's roster. As I take a sip of my soda. Casey Cassidy, I believe that's Peyton Royce. Is that not Peyton Royce? That could be. We'll go over the roster in a little while, but I believe that's Peyton Royce defeats Kaylee Ray, and Evil defeats Pete Dunne. How about it? How about it there? TTW 80, with a solid 10,000 attendance, June 2023. Tommaso Ciampa defeats Donovan Dijak. Marty Scurll gets a win. Was this the Tournament of Death? Yeah, this was the Tournament of Death. Okay. Ashley Flair defeats Casey Cassidy. Ashley cuts a promo on the audience that doesn't want to see women. They'll learn to love the revolution. Okay, so so the product was set that women, like, there was no women's division, like, as of yet. And so the crowd did not expect women, thus they did not like them, I guess. And so then shortly after, I changed the product. And then we have Marty Scurll defeating Ciampa for the Tournament of Death. Marty Scurll, 2-time Tournament of Death champion in TTW, and he will face either Cage or Dalton Castle for the world title in the future. Gets a good 90 there. Marty Scurll stepping up to that upper echelon there. Nothing big on the TVs, I don't believe. Yano defeats Matt Riddle. Jesus Christ. Yano Shrug, I love it. I hired ACH back at some point from NXT. Remember when he fucking bailed on us? Yeah, I got him back. Fuck him. They all come crawling back, brother. Oh, we have an Ashley Flair vignette on the Women's Revolution. I guess that's coming. Shawn Spear defeats Joey Ryan. ACH is now officially back and defeats Razor on his debut match. That was a shit match. Jesus. Dutt and Tyson defeat Dijak and Gresham in like a very average match. And Cage defeats Castle to retain the belt. Whoop whoop! Lights go out. Marty Scurll flies down via umbrella zipline and attacks Cage. Yeah, I think my original idea was I was going to have him fly down like Mary Poppins. He was going to like just float down to the ring. But I figured that just probably wasn't possible in real life, so I figured zipline gimmick. He could have done like maybe the Sting, the retractable like cord gimmick. He maybe could have done that, but I thought an umbrella zipline was a dope idea. So, so he ziplines down to the ring, lays out Cage, makes his statement for the TTW World Championship. And then right after that, we have TTW 81. That gets a good ADB. Sting announces a Pick Your Poison tag match for Cage and Scurll stipulation. If you haven't been paying attention, Sting is the off-and-on authority figure. I get to use him every once in a while. Shawn Spears wins the Battle Royal and is the #1 contender to the U.S. title. I also thought the Battle Royal would be a good idea to get people on the card. The Batman villains of Scurll and Riddle defeat Brian Cage and Castle. I don't remember who pinned who, but Scurll's team won, so he chooses a submission match at the next TTW show. Oh boy. Oh man, you know that's his specialty, brother. That's his specialty, is the chicken wing gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Ryback shows up for a promo to hopefully save the show. Yeah, because I ran that show like 4 times, and I fucking kept getting shitty ratings. Because you got to try to get people over. You can't just run like all the main eventers, you know what I mean? TTWB Show 21. We've got Sammy Guevara defeating Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong just ate ass his entire TTW career. He just sucks. I don't know what the gimmick is. but he was never good. Hired Ethan Page. Ray beats him. Absolution is here. Ashley, Kaylee, and Ruby. Ruby Riott, Kaylee Ray, and Ashley, now shortened to one name because that's WWE gimmick, and they're putting TTW on notice. They're putting them on notice. They get a 55, which I was pretty happy with, promo-wise. The faces beat the heels. Dijak defeats Ciampa, and then Marty Scurll taps out Brian Cage for the World Championship. However, Scurll beat Cage, though his feet were on the ropes. Oh, man. So he tapped him out with the chicken wing. The ref didn't see it. Cage had his feet on the ropes. That got 100. People were fucking stoked. They were like, oh, man, what's going to happen? What's going to happen at the next show? What are we going to see? We're going to see here, brother. I was going to say, there should be a lot more shows. I was like, that seems like we went through these pretty fast. Nick Jackson. If you didn't know, oh, man. I tweeted out when I signed him, Nick Jackson has the highest paid TTW contract in history. The highest amount written. I think it's $25,000 for like 4 or 5 years. Never lower than mid-card. All eyes on Nick Jackson, brother. Defeats Dalton Castle in the first TV. And so Marty... Okay, this one was kind of weird. So Marty Scurll comes out. He cuts a promo. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm champ. I'm going to take a sip of soda. I'm thirsty. Give me a fucking break. Marty Scurll cuts a promo. He's like, oh, man, I'm champ. You know, how lit is this? You know what I mean? But then we do the big WWE gimmick where, like, everybody comes down to the ring and they're like, I want to be the champ. Oh, no, I want to be the champ. Okay. And then it gets kind of worked out in the main event. John Gresham defeats Taylor Rotunda. The Briscoes defeat Ethan Page and Tama Tonga in, like, a really good match. Anything the Briscoes do is money. Absolution is... is destroying things backstage. I'm sure they have matches on TV. They have yet to have a match on pay-per-view. That will change in the future. Dalton Castle defeats Matt Riddle, Tommaso Ciampa, and Evil in a fatal 4-way match to become #1 contender yet again. And after that, Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson comes out. Debuts on pay-per-view, super kicks Dalton Castle, lays him out. And, oh man, what is going to happen with Nick Jackson and Dalton Castle, brother? We've got some TV gimmicks, nothing too crazy. Beat Show 22. Oh, not a great show. Ooh, oh boy. Okay, all right. Oh boy. Okay, let's lay it down here. What do we got? What do we got? Ashley defeats Casey Cassidy. Gets a 68 to open the show. That was really good. I was really surprised. That was like a lot that really destroyed my expectations. Absolution beats her down afterwards. Gets 55. All the Absolution segments do at least average to pretty good, so I'm really not complaining at this point. We have a match to get everybody on the card. I got Ho-Ho Loon, and I got Ho-Ho Loon. Toriano defeats Kikutaro and the Space Monkey. I wanted to do that match so bad, and got a 51. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Marty Scurll defeats Dalton Castle, retains the belt. And then Nick Jackson helped Marty win the belt. He interfered on Marty's behalf. I guess it's Bullet Club or whatever. TTW Booker has lost it. So here's the thing. He was pretty over, Nick Jackson. And I wanted to get him to the belt, but I couldn't just like fast track him to the belt. I had to like get him involved in the like upper mid-card picture first. So I kind of threw him in there, and I figured that, you know, the Bullet Club Marty connection kind of fit. That was basically the idea there. But as you'll see, it evolves further. So Brian Cage comes out. He's pissed. You know, he wants Nick Jackson. Wait a minute. Wasn't it Dalton? Yeah, Dalton is the one that gets screwed. Why is Cage pissed? When Cage lost it, was that due to... Oh shit, that angle was never resolved. The Scurll Cage gimmick. I never resolved the fucking... the fuck finish from B-Show 21. Okay. Alright, my bad. So Cage is pissed for some reason. I guess... I don't know why he wants Nick Jackson, though. I definitely forgot it was Dalton. That was exactly what happened there. All right. Instead, he gets Tama Tonga. I guess he's in the club. All right. What a gimmick. Axel defeats Tyson to retain the U.S. belt. 70 match, pretty good. Nixon Newell defeats Kaylee in a 54, which was also pretty good. Pretty shit Absolution beat down at 50. Cage defeats Tonga, and then Nick Jackson lays him out. By God. That's going to become a prevalent theme as we go on here. Nick Jackson just beating the shit out of people. Hired back Nathan Everhart, Jason Jordan, of course. Jack Swagger, who's like constantly high on pain pills, like every day of his life. Every time I use him, he's high on painkillers. I have sent him to rehab. I've suspended him. I've fined him. He continues to take painkillers. So the next time I pop him, I think he's out of here. I think I'm firing him. I think that's the gimmick. But yeah, every time. He puts on decent matches, though. Like, he has a good match with Razor towards the end. And, you know, I was like, shit, you know, might get a push. But it's like, nope, you keep doing drugs. Ho Ho Loon and Jason Lee, who I have titled 88 Rising from the 88 Rising YouTube channel. You know, Asian gimmick. 88 Rising defeats Sanjay Dutt and Joey Ryan. Absolution defeat the Babyfaces in a 59. Absolution beat down on the Faces, and then Alextacy comes out. TTW original Alextacy comes out, and she looks conflicted. Like, you know, it's the kind of deal where it's like, you know, Charlotte, or Ashley, I should say, is like, you know, hey, you know, you're one of us, you know, blah, 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 you know, you're a heel, whatever. But, you know, she relates to, you know, the original, the hometown gimmick of TTW, and she doesn't want to, you know, she doesn't want to be in on this, but she doesn't help either. So she's just kind of conflicted. You know, we're going to have to see how the story plays out. As the Bullet Club defeat Brian Cage and the Briscoes in a probably underrated match, I assume. And yeah, Bullet Club just celebrate. That show should have done better, probably. Like 71 seems a little low, but who am I to tell the game what to do? TTW 84, good show there. Chris Sabin is back. I'm just hiring everybody at this point, dude. I don't give a fuck. If TNA is trying to get him, if NXT is trying to get him, if WWE is trying to get him, if New Japan's trying to get him, I'm going to sign him. TTW, brother. Chris Sabin defeats Nathan Everhart in a good match. Absolution and the other TTW women get in a brawl. Is this backstage? I think it's like backstage and kind of spills out to the front. And then Alextacy comes out and helps the TTW women. She's face, brother. Oh, man. Holy shit. Nick Jackson defeats Ciampa. John Gresham defeats Axel. Oh, man. Big U.S. title change right there, brother. And Gresham and Alextacy celebrate the title win. They're both face now. I just liked that kind of combo, so I turned them both face. And we just needed faces, so there you go. Bullet Club cut a promo. Cage came out and got his ass beat. Gets his ass beat, to be honest. Yeah, Bullet Club, you know, that's going to be a repeating gimmick here. Nothing on TV. B-Show 24, October 2023. It's a 75. Really good show there. Sting comes out and explains that there will be no angles because TTW Creative has nothing for them. Oh, man. What does that mean? What does that mean? There's clearly another angle there. I guess no angles. I guess no, like, Bullet Club storyline continuation or something. Gresham defeats Ho Ho Loon to retain the belt, and then Gresham and Alextacy make out, celebrating the title retain. You know, great. Apparently, pair of lovers there. Marty Scurll defeats Ray Jr. Marty carries him to a fucking 67 because Ray can't work anymore. And the Briscoes defeat ACH and Chris Sabin to retain the world belts with a 77 match. Really good show there. Really good stuff. Now, here's where things get tricky, okay? Shortly before this show, sometime during the last 2 weeks, WXW made Marty a contract offer, and I thought it was just a like touring contract. I didn't think it was like a shoot contract, but it was. And they signed Marty Scurll away from me, and he had the belt. And it was like literally day of. So I did an extra show. TTW Villains Never Die. It just fucking all went to hell. Sting breaks kayfabe. Says that Scurll's leaving the company tonight. We need to get the belt off him, brother. 88 Rising defeats Ciampa and Guevara. John Gresham defeats Dijak, retains the belt. 70. That was a good match. Adam Bridle. Is it Bridle? Brittle? I assume it's Bridle. Angelico, of course. Debut vignette. He's here. I signed him. Signed him from CMLL, I believe. Or AAA. Nick Jackson defeats everybody in a 4-way match because he's a heel, and I can't have 2 heels fight a single match. Bullet Club has kicked out Marty Scurll. Nick Jackson is the TTW World Champion. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Nick Jackson taking the spot where he belongs. Johnny Gargano picked him up. He's doing all right. He's a little mid-carder. He's all right. TTW 85, 70. Oh, man. Okay, this was a hell of a show here. So Nick Jackson promises a new member of the Bullet Club to replace Marty. Starts the show off hot. Alexis defeats Ruby, and Absolution hit the ring to beat her down, but she escapes in time. You know, she's smart. Listen, she's been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? And Angelico defeats Evil, and Nick Jackson beats Dalton Castle to retain the belt. Due to interference from Taylor Rotunda, a.k.a. Bo Dallas, of course, Taylor Rotunda costs Dalton the belt. He's joined the Bullet Club. So for those of you keeping score, we have Nick Jackson, Tama Tonga, Taylor Rotunda, the Bullet Club. Fuck's sake. I don't know why. I don't know why I chose Taylor Rotunda. I just fucking felt like it. He was losing pop. He was getting the mid-card, and he was like one of the original guys I signed on the low, so I wanted to, you know, get some use out of him. Yeah, there you go. Bullet Club running strong. Fuck's sake. At this point, you see Mizuki there. I've hired a lot more women to kind of flesh out an actual division, rather than it just being kind of Absolution hanging out. B-Show 25, not the best show, but the Velveteen Dream is here. He opens the show, gets a 59. I wanted to see how his promo would be. Not too bad. Ophidian, a new signing as well, defeats Chris Sabin. Absolution teases a TTW women's announcement. Ooh. John Gresham defeats Ethan Page, retain the belt. Dalton Castle defeats Taylor Rotunda, and then the Bullet Club beat him down. So, that's something. TTW 86, December 2023. We're going to wrap up 2023 shortly. It's 74. The Bullet Club defeat Angelico Ciampa. Gresham defeats Ho Ho Loon to retain the belt. Absolution TTW announcement next show. The last tease before the next show. And then the Briscoes defeat Dijak and Spears to retain the tag belts. And the Bullet Club beat down the Briscoes. I don't think I ever paid that off either, if I recall correctly. I had a U.S. title defense on this show. Alright. That was an Autobook show. Okay. Absolution announces a TTW women's title match tonight. In a fatal 4-way, we have Alexis going over Ashley, Nixon Newell, and Mizuki for the women's title. Ashley is a lot more over, but I wanted to give Alexis the first women's championship reign. I just wanted her to have it first because she's been here for so long. She's, you know, TTW original. I just wanted to give her the belt first. That was basically it. So I had to keep Ashley like really strong. But yeah, Alexis officially starts the Women's Revolution tonight. And Matt Hardy defeats Axel Tischer, and Nick Jackson defeats Gargano for the World Heavyweight belt. Oh man. Oh boy. We're getting close to the end of the recap. We got 4 months left. Ashley immediately defeats Alexis the next, what is it, like a week? Next week. Yeah, she holds it for a week. Fuck's sake. Ashley defeats Alexis for the women's title. Absolution celebrates the win. Good angles there. Ryback defeats the Velveteen Dream. And Brian Cage and newly signed Kenta defeat Nick Jackson, Tama Tonga. Kenta is like underperforming. I'm kind of sad about that. But he's here. Nothing to speak of here. B shows 27 with 75 B minus. Kenta defeats the Velveteen Dream. Not too bad there. Hiroyo Matsumoto is here from the Fed. She was signed in WWE and they let her go. And she wants Ashley. Oh, man. Cage and Guevara defeat Evil and Daivari, trying to get the lower guys promoted a little bit. Absolution beat down Matsumoto. Nick Jackson defeats Matt Hardy. Wow. That's a risky move. Matt Hardy's got like 90 overness. In a total clusterfuck, Nick Jackson beats Matt Hardy via Bullet Club interference and then beat down. So I must add just everybody come out, fuck up the match, and then I must add Matt Hardy kept like super strong because I don't think I would have done that otherwise. That's crazy. TTW 88. Yeah, we're almost done with the recap portion. Tommy End hired old Aleister Black. Similar to Kenta, he underperforms as well, defeating Ethan Page in like a 48. So I was like, ugh. But the Bullet Club have a promo. Taylor Rotunda defeats Sabin. I loaned Bad Bones and Okada to the show because Okada was cheap and Bad Bones was cheap enough, but he was performing really well in Noah, I believe. Alliance loans, brother. So there's 6 appearances for Okada and then probably 6 for Bad Bones as well. So the first one is him jobbing to Dalton Castle. And then Matt Hardy promo, I figured give him a promo to get pop, or it'll just be a good rating regardless. I was right. It got 100, so there you go. Decent shows here. B show 28 in February. Hiroyo defeats Kaylee of the Absolution. Velveteen defeats Sanjay Dutt. Nick Jackson defeats Okada. I think that match was like 30 minutes almost. Nick Jackson defeats Okada after like a bunch of Bullet Club bullshit. Bullet Club has ruined every main event. We're basically TNA at this point. But that's fine. Nick Jackson comes out. I also tweeted this out as well. Nick Jackson comes out, tells people to suck it, leaves. 100. What a fucking legend. Bad Bones defeats Tommy End. Gets a good match out of him. Ashley defends the Women's Championship in a 59 match. Absolution, of course, fucked it up, similar to Bullet Club. And Matt Riddle defeats Okada. Had to keep Okada strong. He's got creative control. Didn't realize that. Okay, got some gimmicks there. Matt Hardy. I'm trying to use Matt Hardy because he was 90 everywhere except like Southeast, and it was like 89. So I was trying to run the Matt Hardy tour to get him back over. Yeah, see, Matt Hardy wants 90 pop in all of America. So I was trying to do that. B show 29. It did work, by the way. You'll see Matt Hardy later. He does have 90 pop in America now. Absolution promo. The other women are all fed up and beat them down. That got a 60. Matt Marquis and Chris Sabin defeat Evil and Kenta. Gresham rehired Tyler Bate because he was a dick, but I rehired him because the game had one of those alerts that was like, rising star Tyler Bate, he's doing really good. And he was still like 29, so I was like, fuck, yeah, let me get him. Retains the belt. And Nick Jackson wins another Fatal 4-Way. Bullet Club, oh man, beat down everybody, but Okada just leaves the ring because he has creative control. He wasn't doing the job, brother. And that was the last pay-per-view, so that's what's happened in the past 12 months. You can see the next gimmick there. I'm not going to go into that right now. You're going to learn about that further in the future. We have $12.4 million, almost 0.5. We've made roughly $500,000 every single month, and it doesn't look to be slowing down anytime soon, no matter how many more people I sign, no matter how many more gimmicks. The only thing I've really changed is like merchandise. Wasn't even really an issue, to be fair. But we're making money hand over fist. Let's go through the roster real quick. Or actually, before we go through the roster, we are so goddamn close to becoming national. 65% importance in 8 regions of America. 1, 2, 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 60 range. That's all we just need to get to 65, brother. And so we're so fucking close. So I'm running just all Southeast right now. And then hopefully blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm hoping with this next gimmick that I have in mind that you've seen, that you don't know, but you see, you get the idea. It's going to hopefully boost us up. We're going to get to national, hopefully somewhere soon. We are 65 pop in all of America, so that's pretty good. But, yeah, it's been 7 years, you know. I get it. Like, I did start it small or local or whatever it was, but, goddamn, you know, let's go. Let's go, brother. So we've got Ace Hawkins, ACH, Angelico, Alexisy, Andrew Everett, who I just signed away from TNA. I just wanted to stick it to TNA. I don't even really want Andrew Everett. Well, he's 31, so I was like, that's a pretty good age. I can fuck with that. Davari, Ashley, the fucking women's champion, Axel Tischer, what's his fucking name? Alexander Wolf, fuck's sake. Oh my god. Bad Bones, who is loaned from Noah again, I believe. Was it Noah? Yeah, Noah. Cool. Because I'm in the New Japan Alliance as well. Big Damo, Brian Cage, Cedric Alexander, Chris Dickinson, Chris Sabin, Dalton Castle, Deanna Parazzo, who I just hired. Don West is still the color commentator. He's 60 years old. Donovan Dijak, Doug Williams, who I've not used like a single time. Can I just fire him? I have to pay him $90,000. I mean, he manages somebody, but like I never see him be used. So it could be someone. It could be just a jobber. I don't know. Ethan Page, Evil. Greg Hamilton is an announcer I hired from the Fed, who I'm trying to, you know, slowly work his way, because he was bombing the first few shows. So I'm kind of slowly easing him in there. Heath Miller, Matsumoto, Ho Ho Loon, Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, who's been just high all the time, so he's probably on his way out. Jason Lee, Jay Briscoe, tag team champion. Also, I think he's like the IWGP champion. Yep, he's the IWGP champion. How about that? Jerry Lynn, road agent. Joey Ryan, Gargano, Coachman, the head announcer. Gresham, the U.S. champion with Alexisy. He's doing well. JT Dunn, who I just hired. We're waiting on him. Kaylee Ray. Okada on loan from New Japan. See, look at that. He's only $5,000 a show, but he's got creative control. I was like, ugh. I didn't realize that, to be fair. Casey Cassidy, who... That's definitely Peyton Royce. Yeah, okay. Just want to be sure. Kenta's here. Kikutaro, of course. Why not? Kiori, I believe. Kiori. She, you know, women's division. Leo Rush, Liv Morgan, not part of Absolution. I gotta give a fuck. I don't know. Mark Briscoe, Matt Hardy, who after the rehab has all 90s again in U.S. and Canada. Good shit. Him and Ryback, the owner, I protect, because you got to keep at least 2 guys. You know, if someone has to go over really quick, or if like the show is tanking and I'm losing money, you got to do what you got to do. Matt Marquis, Matt Riddle, always doing well. Matt Taven. I was gonna do a Mudstain gimmick, but I kind of lost like inspiration for it, so I might get back to that at some point. Matt Tremont is still here for some reason. Fuck's sake. He hasn't been past like opener like his entire career. Mizuki, Nathan Everhart, Nick Jackson. Look at him. He is signed for 5 years, $25K a month. He's extremely happy because he's the fucking world champion, and I keep putting him over. I'm always like, you know, hey, you did a good job, fam. You did a good job. You did a good job. He's like, thanks. Thanks, man. Let me see how his pop is comparatively. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. When I signed him, he was nothing. And then he signed to TTW, became the world fucking champion. Look at him now. Look at him now. How about that? Nixon Newell. Ophidian. I don't remember where I signed him from. I signed him from someone. Pete Dunne, who, like, just can't break out of that, like, lower mid-card phase. I don't know why. Maybe after a couple years, he'll get a little better. We can kind of push him. I forgot this guy's Fed name. He was also in TNA. I don't know. Pierre, he's here. Rabbit Mew. Ray is, like, still here because he's still, like, when he has to, he could turn it on, but he's usually not doing, like, that great. Razor. Is he pay per appearance? Is he working anywhere else? No. He's still really popular. I've jobbed him out a bunch, so I don't know. Razor. Riddick Moss, new sign. Riho. Rocky Romero. He's an upper mid-carder? Holy shit. Where else is he at? No. Wow. Okay. I don't know why he's so over. He's another one I've, you know, I've not treated too well, in my opinion, but I guess I have. He's doing well enough to be upper mid-carder. Fuck it. Ruby. Ryback, of course. He's at solid 84. That's us. Ryo Saito. Sammy Guevara, who's gone from, like, enhancement to lower to opener. You know, I can't really break him out of that mold. I've been trying. Scarlett Bordeaux, I just hired for the women's division. Sean Spears, who I believe was going to retire, and I convinced him to stay another year. So, thanks for staying around, Sean. Ty. Silas Young, hanging around. Sanjay Dutt, not doing too bad for, you know, 41 years old. Sting's hanging out. Sitting back, collected a paycheck. Tama Tonga. Oh, he's with Doug Williams. What the fuck? Why is Tama Tonga with Doug Williams? Ugh. Taylor Rotunda. Not that I'm going to do anything about it, but Taylor Rotunda, upper mid-carder. The Space Monkey, the Swamp Monster. Todd Sinclair. Ciampa, who's, like, been one of my favorite guys to use. But he also can't break out of that kind of, like, mid-carder, upper mid area. Tommy Dreamer, who's, like, the locker room leader, of course. Tommy End, who hopefully will break out of the mid-card phase. Toru Yano, who started as a main eventer, and he's still in upper mid, so, I mean, not too bad. Tyler Bate. Tyson, is it Ducks or Dukes? I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't seen too much of him, to be fair. Velveteen Dream, who doesn't have an updated picture. Whatever. And Willie Mack. Willie Mack's still hanging out. Collect that paycheck. I believe that's it. We don't have a figurehead because nobody works. The announcers are Coachman, West, and Dreamer, and then Hamilton on the TVs. The only stables we have, 88 Rising, which is a team. Absolution. I think Axel is dating one of them. I think that's why he's there. And Bullet Club of them. The titles, of course. How could I forget? Marty Scurll, 2-time Tournament of Death champion. United States, Jonathan Gresham. Women's champion. It was at a 60 for the longest time, and I kind of fucked it up. But Ashley is doing well. Nick Jackson, not putting on the greatest matches, but not putting on the worst matches either. 78B there, and a 78B for the tag titles, because the Briscoes are fucking awesome. And I think that's it for the most part. We keep renewing our pay-per-view deals. We keep renewing our TV deals at the same spot, so that's why I'm trying to get to national. I'm getting really frustrated playing this game. You know, not like just still in Colt. Like, fuck, dude, I've been in Colt for years. So hopefully, with this new gimmick that you will learn more about in the future, we will get that going. So that's going to wrap it up for this, guys. If you enjoyed this, give it a like ski. Give me a little comment. You know, tell me what you think about the whole deal. If you have any tips getting kind of crossing that little threshold of getting past cult. Let me know. If you have any comments in general, just let me know. And like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't like it. And yeah, just have a great day, all right? So I will catch you guys later. Peace.